Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sir Jude, and today here is my video lecture of our lesson this morning about scientific notation. So I started with three scientific previous no a while ago. So did you know that an electron's mass is 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 while sunlight travels at the speed of 30000000000 meters per second in vacuum. So you might notice that not only do these numbers have a lot of zeros, they are too long to write and to say as well. So you might be wondering if is there any method to write and say these very long numbers into short ones? So the answer is yes, with the help of our lesson, scientific notation. So you might be wondering, out of all the lessons that we had so far, first quarter and second quarter, why is it that I branded scientific notation with a refresher lesson? So the reason why this is a refresher lesson is because that this is not actually part of our curriculum in grade 10 second quarter, but I realized that scientific notation will be heavily featured in your subsequent lessons. And this is not something that was taught to you in previous science levels as well as in mathematics. So that's why this is a refresher. So even though this is a refresher, this will also still be part of your long test and other assessments in the near future. Okay? So, let's begin. Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng scientific notation and what is it for? So, scientific notation is a shortcut method of writing long numbers. The scientific notation is expressed using this notation, C times 10 raised to positive negative exp, wherein C is the coefficient, a number that is between 1 to 10, excluding 10, while exp stands for the exponent. So our goal for today's lesson is to convert numbers in standard notation to scientific notation and vice versa. Okay? So I'd like to start with very small numbers. Okay? Our first example is written as 0.001. So the first rule is we have to move the decimal point until it reaches the first non-zero digit. This number will be the coefficient. So in our example, the first non-zero digit is 1. And our goal is to put the decimal place after number 1. And in order to do that, we have to move the decimal point 3 places to the right. 1, 2, and then 3. So therefore, our coefficient is number 1. And then, you simply write times 10. Second step, we have to count the number of times we move the decimal point. So as we mentioned, we move the decimal point 3 times. So that will serve as your exponent. But wait, we're not yet done because there is step number 3, in which we're going to use a negative exponent. Why a negative exponent? It's because we're dealing with very small numbers. That's why 0.001 in scientific notation is 1 times 10 raised to negative 3. All right? Second example. In our second example, it's 0.023. The first step is we have to locate the first non-zero digit and we have to place a decimal point after it. So you have to move the decimal point between 2 and 3 by moving it to the right twice. So as a result, our coefficient is 2.3 and then times 10 We move it two times to the right. And because this is a small number, we will be using a negative exponent. So the scientific notation is 2.3 times 10 raised to negative 2. All right. So let's have more exercises, no? The reason why I'm using long examples is para mas madalian kayo if you're dealing with shorter numbers na. Okay. For 4.05, we have to move the decimal point one place to the right. So your coefficient is 4.05 and 10 times 10 is to negative 1. For our fourth example, we have to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to the right. Our coefficient is 6.789 and then times 10 raised to the power of negative 6. And lastly, fifth example, we have to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to the right. So this is 1.023 times 10 raised to negative 5. So that's how we convert very small numbers in standard notation to scientific notation. Paano naman if I give you the scientific notation and we have to convert them to standard notation? So here are our examples. Okay. Number one is 2.50 times 10 raised to negative 2. If you have a negative exponent, we know that indicates that we have to move the decimal point twice. But in what direction? Will it be left or will it be right? Because we're dealing with very small numbers, so we have to move the decimal point to the left. Okay, so here we go. 1 and then 2. Place the decimal point here. There is a space wherein you have to fill it with 0. So that scientific notation in standard notation is 0.0250. Next one, we have 5.80 times 10 raised to negative 4. We move the decimal point 4 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are three vacant spaces. You have to fill them with 0. So that number is 0.000580. And lastly, 4.00 times 10 raised to negative 3. So we have to move the decimal point 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. And we have to fill in two vacant spots with 0. So the answer is 0.00400. All right. So you're probably oversaturated now with very small numbers. Let's move on to part 2 with very large numbers. Okay. For very large numbers, we'll have there are some rules that are mildly changed. No? So our first example is 4,567.89. So the first step is we have to move the decimal point until it reaches the first non-zero digit. This number will be the coefficient. Our first non-zero digit is number 4. And we have to move the decimal point between 4 and 5. So this time, we'll be moving the decimal point to the left 1, 2, 3 times. So in scientific notation, this is 4.56789 times 10. So we move the decimal point 3 places to the left. So the exponent is 3. And because this time we're dealing with very large numbers, we will be using a positive exponent. So we have our answer already. 4.56789 times 10 to the power of 3. Okay. Second example is 10,203,400. So far, all of our examples have decimal point. This is the first number we're in. The decimal point is physically absent or non-existent. But there's actually a decimal point there. So that is a whole number. The decimal point is said to be implied or hidden somewhere at the after the rightmost number. So after the fourth zero. So using the same rules we had in the previous example, we have to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because remember, 1 is our first non-zero digit, and the decimal point was to be between 1 and the first zero. So our coefficient is 1.0203400 and then times 10. We move it 7 times, and that's it. We have 1.0203400 times 10 to the power of 7. Okay. Now it's your turn to answer this on your own. No? Let's start with the shortest one, 56. So simple and simple lang with 56. You have to move the decimal point one place to the left. This is 5.6 times 10 to the positive 1. Second example, 7,000.80. We have to move the decimal point 3 places to the left. So the scientific notation is 7.00080 times 10 raised to the power of 3. And lastly, 90,102.304. We have to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times to the left. So the scientific notation is 9.0102304 times 10 to the power of 4. Alright? So nakakalimang examples na tayo of converting numbers in standard notation, very large, to scientific notation. What if we, we reverse the process? I give you the numbers in standard notation, all of them very large, and then we have to convert them to, express them rather in standard notation. So pasensya na no if there are spaces here because may rason kung bakit yan may space and you will find out later. But let's start with 4.50 times 10 raised to positive 3, sorry. So, as we recall, the exponent tells you the number of times you have to move the decimal point. And this time, hindi natin alam kung whether we're going to move it to the left or to the right. But remember that we're dealing with very large numbers. And when you multiply something, a number by 10, the decimal point moves to the right. Kaya we will move the decimal point to the right this time. Okay, so 4.50, let's move the decimal point to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There's a vacant spot, fill it in with 0. So this number is 4,500. Fourth, second example in this slide, 7.51 times 10 to the positive 5. So move the decimal point 5 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 3 vacant spots. Fill them with 0. So this is 751,000. Third example for this slide, 6.45 times 10 to the power of 2, or simply 10 squared. We have to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. 1, 2, giving you 645. So you might be wondering, why is it in the first two examples, we have a lot of zeros at the right side, but on the third example, we don't have any zeros. So you will only have multiple zeros at the right side of the number if there are vacant or blank spots or portions or spaces. No, tsaka lang kayo maglalagay ng zero. Hindi natin kailangan maglagay ng zero sa third example because the decimal point ended up after number 5. And wala namang blank or vacant spot afterwards. Okay? So that's it for very large numbers. Let's proceed to my personal favorite out of the three parts of this lesson. No? So first now we have very small, second we have very large, and third we have numbers between 1 to 10. So why is it my personal favorite and what's special about this one? Okay? So our example is 8.00. So you will notice that the decimal point is already after the first non-zero digit, which is number 8. So in that case, wala na tayong wave movement ng pag-move ng decimal point, whether to the left, whether to the right. That means that number that you see on the screen, that's actually your coefficient already. Okay? Then second step, retain the decimal point. Then write times 10, obviously. And then since wala naman tayong minove na decimal point at all, no? Then the exponent is 0. The reason why this is my personal favorite is because this is the most effortless and the easiest to finish. So 8.00 can be expressed as 8.00 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay? And that means 3.19 in scientific notation. This is 3.19 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay? So now, it's time for the seat work. We're going to convert the numbers to standard and scientific notations, vice versa. If the number I gave you is in standard notation, just like numbers 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9, we have to convert them to scientific notation. However, if I give you numbers that are in scientific notation, such as number 1, 5, 8, and 10, if I'm not mistaken, no, then we have to convert them to standard notation. Let's start with number 1. Okay, we have 9.10 times 10 to the power of 7. So this is a large number, and we have to move the decimal point 7 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vacant spots. So we have 910 00000. I think this is 91 million. Okay? Number 2, 6.95. 6.95 is a number between 1 and 10. The decimal point is already after the first non-zero digit, which is number 6. So we don't have to move anything at all. But in scientific notation, that is 6.95 times 10 to the power of 0. Okay? Number 3, this is a very large number. I think this is 98,765,300,000. So in whole numbers, the decimal point is implied to be at the right side. So we have to move it between 9 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times. So this is 9.8765300000 times 10 to the power of 10. Okay. Number 4, we have 0.00012. This is a very small number. So we have to move the decimal point between 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. So this is 1.2 times 10 to the power of negative 4. Bakit negative? Because this is a very small number. Number 5 is 5.63 times 10 to the power of 0. So since the exponent is 0, we don't have to move anything at all. That's why the number will be 5.63. Number 6, we have 1,000. The implied decimal point is right after the last zero. I have to put decimal point 3 times to the right, giving you a scientific notation of 1.000 times 10 to the power of 3. Number 7 is 1.2. 1.2 is a number between 1 and 10. The decimal point is already right after the first non-zero digit. This is 1.2 times 10 to the power of 10. Sorry, 0. Number 8, 3.785 times 10 to the power of 0. No? The exponent 0 indicates that we don't have to move anything at all, especially the decimal point, leaving us with 3.785. Okay? Number 9 is 0.000000007. You have to place a decimal point right after 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times, giving us a scientific notation of 7 times 10 raised to negative 9. Okay, and lastly, number 10, 8.20 times 10 raised to negative 5. This is a very small number. We have to move the decimal point 5 times to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 4 vacant spots. Let's fill them up with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, giving us a number 0.0000820. And there you go. This is how we convert numbers from standard to scientific notation and from scientific notation to standard notation, whether it's very small, very large, or a number between 1 to 10. I know it's confusing for the first time because of the reversal of the rules, no, depending on the number. But try practicing using and reviewing using my video lecture. And at first, it will be difficult, but once you master it, it will now be easy for you. Okay? And let's not, as I told you multiple times this morning, no, we will be dealing with a lot of scientific notation. So you will have a lot of practice. But as of the moment, I am Sir June. Good afternoon and take care. Bye-bye.